Esports in a good spot. They push wide right. They're getting so many great shots. New Esports is going to do it.
This is pretty much the standard start in every single game of ours. Like, we're just getting stuck, getting loot, deciding what guns we want to play and we want to bring to the game. I guess like in this last game, it was pretty much the same mentality we had in the previous one. Like, we knew that if we win the game, that we would win the tournament. So we just talked with each other and said that we're just gonna do everything we can to play for the win. We're not gonna play for anything else. And yeah, like that was our mentality towards it. We knew that Lava Fisher didn't have crafting, so that Kungarna would take the choke, the right side choke, faster than us. So we already prepared this situation and we were ready to fight them. But last minute we felt like it wasn't really something that we should do in order to win. Like, even if we win the fight, we wouldn't be prioritizing the position. And we knew that it was going to be mid-thermal. And like, at this point we weren't really sure where the zone was gonna pull fully. But we know that it's gonna be like mid-thermal, like maybe northwest, maybe the island. But yeah, we were just focusing on just keeping moving, seeing what the teams around us were doing. As you can see here, Kungarna took Valkult to make their rotation. So pretty much in this situation, we already know that they will take the island. And since they took the island, we pretty much make this decision of not going to the right side, because we would have been stuck if a team is playing on the two houses on top of the hill, like the two houses across this mountain. So if a team was playing there and Kungarna takes the island, we are pretty much stuck in there because we don't have Valk, and there's no way we can make a TPE somewhere without us getting killed. So in order for us not to make that move, we just take this triangle house. We were kind of thinking, I was kind of thinking in the beginning, maybe we just chill here and take the beacon. But yeah, I feel like if we just take that time, if we take that long to rotate, like even if we end up knowing better the zone 3, because we're going to take the zone 3, it will be too late to move around. Like a lot of teams will already be there. So I guess like since we knew, and I knew that we had to take a chance, like in this rotation, it was kind of funny that I just said to myself, and you can hear it in my stream, that I said it, may God be with us before this rotation, like because we know it was risky and we didn't have a lot of information. Like we could have been rotating towards like enemy teams where we wouldn't have space to play, and like as a caustic team, you kind of have to always have a space to play. If you don't, like, you're pretty much dead. Yeah, just keep making our rotation. Here we see that jungle gym is pretty much free, and yeah, we just keep moving. We just take that spot and we try to set up on both, since both jungle gyms are free, and just to create pressure and make this spot like a safe haven for us during this round 1 closing.
Now here I was waiting for the comms from Cash to make a TP to the zone. It's round 3 and get like better position, because Cash told me that we're gonna get pushed from this side. So we had to like get better position and play and win the game.
Yeah, for sure. Like for the entire time in this position, like I'm waiting for the zone to close, so in order for me to take the next beacon. Like with the next zone, I was pretty sure that I was able to read like the final zone, more or less. Like not like the pinpoint where it's going to end, but at least like we know the area that is going to end. So at the same time that I'm waiting for the zone to close, I'm trying to see what's free and what's not. What are the possible moves Postkill is always holding these because, most importantly, in order for us to move, we cannot be pressured. And if someone is trying to get to the second jungle gym where Postkill is, if he puts the pressure, like, they're not gonna come because it's a playoff and nobody wants to make a full fight in the middle of the zone, like with 19 squads alive. It's just too risky. Even if you win the fight, it's not gonna be clean, and like the chance for you to get 3P is just too high. So at this point, I take the zone. I see the zone is gonna be between like the platform and thermal. That was my guess. Like where I pinged more or less, like it's where I feel like it's going to end, because we had this zone like 2-3 times in the last weeks in scrims. So I just make the call for VJX to make an open TP towards the platform, and for us to move towards the platform. Because if we can control the platform, like, this is really good for us, because in jungle gym, even though we have space, it's gonna be a matter of time for a team to come towards us and to play close to us. And by the end of the game, we're gonna have so many teams playing from that side of the map that we're just relying on luck and letting other teams decide our fate. Because in Apex, there's so many teams in the game that you can't control every single one of them. You cannot hold like 3, 4, 5 teams at the same time. You can try to pressure them and to put fear on them, but when those final moments come and like there's no space whatsoever, they're just gonna come to your space, and you're not gonna be able to deal with those many teams. So we knew we had to take a chance and we had to come to this side, even though like this position is not that good for like a caustic crypto team, because it's like it's open field, and with a Gibby ult and like a good execution, you run out of space and maybe like they are able to wipe you out. So yeah, pretty much the next zones, I just want to say that the next few zones, like 2-3 zones, the call was simple. Postkill holds the right side, VJX is playing wide open on the mountain on the left, and no team was going to make a play towards us, because they will see that this place is taken, like by ground, at least with TP. So the only way for teams to move towards us will be with Valk ultis. So the call was simple. Every time you see a Valk ult, just shoot at him, make pressure, show presence. Because with this new Valk meta, what happens a lot is that if you hide, they're gonna assume that the spot is free, or that there is space to play. So they send it, and when they see that there's a team there, it's already too late, and they just gonna commit to the fight. And it's not that we don't feel like we can easily kill a team that Valk ults towards us. It's because like it's Apex. We're playing against the best EU teams, and the chances of us like getting 1 knock, 2 knocked, and a team that is playing close to see that fight as a opportunity to take the 3P. We just felt like, since we have such a god spot, we just have to create the pressure and to not allow teams to play towards us. That's pretty much it. And I feel like next 2 to 3 zones is gonna be pretty chill. Like, of course, in the moment we were pretty nervous, and like the adrenaline was over the roof. But yeah, like we just kept our composure. We knew that what we had to do, and yeah, I feel like we did a pretty good job on holding back and creating pressure, enough pressure so people wouldn't even think about playing our position.
I think we held this position like for 10 minutes, I think, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And we scanned the beacon and see like the zone coming towards the platform. And we just holding every team coming like walkout. And we just make pressure, like Kashira said. And we just hold everyone and gatekeep who's coming to us. And I was like holding left side, like as you see, we just like shooting the Valk team so they don't come to us. And we just hold that position for like long time, and like no one come to us and kill us. I think we did like a really good job.
Yeah, this is pretty much like
Kashira calls.
Exactly, like this is pretty much just controlling the space that we have. We know like, and this is like an important point that Jack said, like in this position we are able to take the beacon from, like, no matter where the beacon is, if the beacon is on, if it was the beacon on our right side, we are able to take the beacon. If it's the beacon in front of us in the dome, we are able to take the beacon as well. So this was a really good position as well to kinda prepare the other zones if the zone doesn't pull towards us. I know that a lot of teams don't do this and or don't understand this like fundamental principle of Apex, which is creating presence. I like even for the people that just play ranked or casual players that are listening to this. If you're holding a spot and you're showing presence, like it's way different of holding the spot and just sitting there. Because even if it's a good spot, even if it's if you're a good team, like for example in ranked, if you have a good spot and you want to win the game, you need to show presence. You need to put pressure, even if you're not hitting the shots, even if you're just shooting like sporadically, like Postkill is doing. Like Postkill is not dealing a lot of damage. He's not really like looking to kill anyone, but every time he sees someone, he just throws like 1, 2, 3 shots just to show that presence, just that, okay, we are watching you, like we are ready for you, you know? Because that plays a lot of with the mental of the team, the opponent team, you know? Because if we just don't do anything and we just turtle, we just hide from the opponents, opponents, they're just gonna think that they can push us, they can make a play on us. They're gonna feel that lack of pressure as weakness, and they're just gonna make a play, you know. And it's pretty much like if you show presence, you're showing dominance, you know. You're showing like you're here, you're ready, and I feel like a lot of teams like don't really think about this type of stuff.
Here we got the information about the zone, and all we need to do is hold the zone on hold like block teams, and like make sure no one like coming from left side, because we have a green zone and there's like 4, 5 teams on the left, so we have to hold them. Like my job is like holding left, and Post just making pressure on block teams and holding the right side. And we were getting info by Kashir by his drone, and like make sure no one come to us, and that's how we win. Like
yeah, like by this position, if you see the green zone, no one, like teams from the left and from the right all have to move into the green zone. So we know that by the time the green zone closes, that the teams on the left, like they have to play for our spot. Like they have no spot to play. Like they have to. Like even though we are here and we are putting pressure, they have to come. So we pretty much at this point, if I remember, the white zone, like the normal zone, was forcing teams from the right side to go towards thermal, mid-thermal, because mid-thermal was still free, but the teams on the left didn't have space, so they were forced to play towards us. So our focus was just for the teams on our left side. We want still to put pressure on the right, so the teams on the right, if they decide to, or we go, for example, this team that I'm pinging right now, like, they had 2 options, or they push towards us and make a play towards us, or they push towards thermal. And my call here was like, Post, just try to put pressure on them, so they decide to go to thermal. And after they go thermal, we can fully focus on the teams on the left. Because like on the top of the mountain, right side, like no one can make plays towards us. And here we have again like the pressure on Valve teams. So if we put enough pressure on these teams on the right, like you just see, like no one is playing on the right anymore, and every right-sided team just played towards thermal. Now, like I'm focusing on a team that made a move onto those blue bins, and I'm making the call for Post and VJX to pressure them, and not allow them to make a play towards them. But every single time that I'm pointing Post and Jakes to pressure this team, I'm also saying for them to not forget that in 1 minute, all the teams on the left side, all the teams that are playing on those buildings are moving towards us. And that's our main focus. Because these right side teams, even if they play towards us, they're gonna play like close to the platform, they're gonna play under the platform, but not into our spot. They don't really have like those clear angles on us. And it's not smart from them, like even if they make these moves, to just full send on us. Like it's not really smart, they have to cover their backs. because they can get easily backstabbed. So yeah, well, like at this point I'm already calling out Post and VJX, like focus on our left side, like focus on the teams that are coming from the city.
Now we all need to do is focus left because like there's 3 teams that are gonna come from left side and we have to hold them. We don't need to force any fight here because we know if we force like any fight we're just gonna die because there's like 4 squad left and we just need to hold them to win the game. And like as you see now, like 2 teams gonna make TP on us and we just like hold them perfectly. Here Pascal coast score them and we make pressure on them. And we just like didn't took like too much damage. We just like hold the teams and I was holding the left side. And we just hold that like perfectly.
Yeah, I got beamed here by the team that is making a move from the backside. And I actually didn't heal to be able to EMP them.
Here I was nading them,
like,
I don't want to fight
huge.
with them.
This nade was huge. And this is the thing, like even though we killed one, we don't want to full fight. We didn't want to full fight the first TP that post-kill Caustic ulted. And we don't want to full fight this one. Because at this point, when you have the best spot in the game, if you make a full fight, like the chances of you getting one guy knocked is pretty big. And you shouldn't make a full fight unless you have to. Like if you have to full fight, let's full fight. If you don't have to, you should never full fight. You should just play with pressure. Because if you do, other teams will just take advantage. Like in these final moments, in these final zones, it's so important for us to be able to just keep the team alive. We're just focusing on keeping the team alive and having space. And this play was so risky, actually. This is what I feel that we could have lost to Gambit. This is the moment that Gambit could have taken the win. Because they are playing below, and if they understood what we were doing, they would have swinged on post-kill and did a 3v1 on him. And if post-kill is dead here, we 100% lose this fight. So we're just trying to keep the composure, keeping everyone alive, even though we gave away the backside. We know that the only team that is actually close to us is the team playing under platform. We didn't know it was Gambit, by the way. We had no idea. But yeah, they are putting some pressure here. They cracked me. They throw some nades. So in here, it's the second moment that Gambit should have taken the spot. Like they should have taken plat. They should have pressured us more. Here I'm able to crack 2 of them and put enough pressure so they don't feel confident enough to push us. I guess like they were just trying to play conservative as well. I feel like if this was a different tournament or if this was not like the final, they would have been more aggressive on us. But that's the thing, like every single tournament, every single stage in Apex, like it's different. It's different how teams approach the game. It's different how you need to behave, how you apply the pressure, how you take fights. Like it's all about those moments, that experience that you have from previous tournaments that really help you in these final moments. At this point, we know that the zone is gonna close on our left side, and our focus is like when you have 3 teams, and I guess like this is Apex knowledge. Like everyone, like even in ranked, you don't want to be the first team fighting. You want to be the last one. You know that if you're the last one, pretty much you have the win. And like I'm yelling to post to just put barrels. And here, like I even said, like just focus the barrel, don't focus the barrel, like shoot the barrel, shoot the barrel. We remove the bubble, they have no cover. Post kill here with an amazing caustic ult that we didn't call for it. Like he did it, like he just read the situation perfectly. And yeah, we just did it.
Here's the victory coming.
Amazing. Yeah, it was an amazing teamwork.
That was a good teamwork we did together. We worked as a team last game, and we just played perfectly last game.